Hi, this is Dr. Bitlavenu coming in front of you with the new contents in CAD/CAM subject. Today's contents are NC Mission Tool Motion Control and NC Mission Feedback Control. In the previous session, we have seen that introduction to the numerical control missions. Then we have discussed the need of NC missions. We are also classified the different types of NC missions. We are also discussed the block diagram of numerical control system. Then we are discussed the functions of all the components in NC system. So finally, we are also discussed the NC procedure, the steps involved in performing the NC machining. That also we are discussed. Let me move on to the contents of the today's slideshow. This slideshow is going to cover NC system motion control. This is specifically related to the tool positioning, how the tool is going to move from one location to the another location, in what way the tool is moving from one location to another location. This topic is going to cover that. The NC system motion control or the tool positioning is basically three types. One is point-to-point, straight cut, and contouring. These three will be discussed in this slideshow. Then we will move forward to discuss the NC mission feedback control, how the feedback control will be controlled. That also we will discuss in this slideshow. Basically, NC feedback controls are two types. One is open loop NC system, and another one is closed loop NC system. These two we will discuss in detail in this slideshow. Then we will move forward to discuss the applications of NC machining. What are the different applications of NC machining? We will discuss. Then we will see the advantages and limitations of NC machining. Finally, we will try to see the numerical control, computer numerical control machining. Just in this slideshow, we will see the introduction to CNC machining only. Now let us see the NC system motion control. As I said just now, this topic is specifically related to the tool positioning, how the tool is moving from one location to another location during the machining process on the NC machine. Basically, this positioning is three types. One is point to point, other one is straight cut, and finally you have the contouring. Point to point, straight cut, and contouring we will discuss in detail one by one in the coming slides. When we come to the point to point NC or PPT, the objective of the point to point control is to move cutting tool to the predefined location or the desired location, or from one location to another location. Any of the controlling system, similarly like PPT is also the machine. This is also one type of machine control system in which the tool is going to move from one point to another point, or one point to the desired location. That is the objective of PPT. But while moving the tool from one location to another location, in this process, in the case of point to point, speed or path is not the criteria. That means we are not going to consider the speed how much speed the tool is moving to the desired location, and in which path the tool is moving to the desired location. That means we are not going to bother about the speed and path it is on which path the tool is moving. The point to point is not going to consider speed and path. Okay, let me move on to the other point. Once the tool reaches to the desired location, the machining will be performed. The example for this type of tool motion control, that means it is PPT, is drill press. The drill bit is going to move on the work plane. The drill bit is going to move onto the work plane. After reaching there, irrespective of the speed and path, the the drill will be performed or the work will be performed at that location. This is simple and inexpensive in its nature, so that this point-to-point control system, tool motion control system, is used where we don't require much accuracy. This is very simple and less expensive, so that it is used where, but in turn it gives us less accuracy, so that this type of point-to-point control system is used where we don't require the much accuracy. That we will try to see in this figure. As you can see, assume that this is your work plane. On this plane, we have 4 points. This is your starting point of the tool. This is your first location, second location, third location, and fourth location. In this figure, the tool is moving 4 points from starting point, end point, covering the 4 points. As you can see in this figure, initially from point 1 to point 2, as you can see, you have an inclined path and you have a horizontal path, then you have inclined path, then you have horizontal path. That means in this case, in the case of point-to-point tool motion control, the tool path is a straight line, but it may not be horizontal or vertical or inclined. That is what in the case of point-to-point, the tool is going to move. That means, but the major disadvantage of this point-to-point NC system is this tool is not going to move in the curved path. Always the tool is going to move in the straight line. The tool is going to follow the straight line path, maybe inclined, maybe horizontal, maybe vertical. But in this case also, the speed and feed is not at all considered. After reaching to the desired location, the work will be performed. This is what the basic principle of the point-to-point NC motion control system. When it comes to the straight cut NC, in this case, the cutting tool moves parallel to the 2 major axes along x-axis or the y-axis. With a controlled rate is also one of the criteria. That means the tool is going to move along x-axis or along the y-axis with a controlled rate. That means the speed and feed is controllable in this case. This is a straight cut. By the name, you can say that the tool is going to follow the straight cut path or the straight line path. This type of motion control is going to perform or is going to be used in milling operations on the workpieces of the rectangular shape. Then the angular cuts are not possible with the help of straight cut NC. As I said with you, the tool is going to move along the 2 major axes. That means maybe along x-axis or maybe y-axis. So that this type of tool motion control is used for cutting the horizontal plane or the vertical plane on the rectangular blocks. In this case also, angular cuts are not possible. This is also one disadvantage of straight cut NC. This is applicable if we use this straight cut NC. Point-to-point movements are also possible because it can move horizontally, vertically, or maybe sometimes if you want, the path of this tool is a straight line. So that once you use this type of NC system tool motion control, point-to-point movements are also possible. Let us discuss this type of tool motion control in the figure. As you can see here, the starting point of the tool is at this location. The objective of this case, in this case, the objective of the straight cut NC in this case is to mission the horizontal plane as well as the vertical plane. Assume that this is a block workpiece. The sides of this workpiece on the vertical plane needs to be missioned. Assume that. Now you can observe this is your starting point of the tool. This tool initially moves in the vertical plane, then it follows the horizontal line, then it follows the vertical line. That means initially the tool is moving along y-axis, then along x-axis, then along the vertical axis or y-axis to mission the rectangular block sides. As I said just now, tool path operations performed during the tool motion is parallel to X or Y axis. Always in the case of straight cut NC, the tool is going to move along the two major axes of the system, maybe along X axis or the Y axis. When it comes to the contouring, it is complex, flexible, and expensive type of tool motion control, because the point-to-point tool motion control as well as the straight cut control is having drawbacks. In both the cases, we cannot move the tool in a curved path. So that to overcome those drawbacks, in the case of PPT or in the case of straight cut, will be addressed in contouring system. Contouring tool motion control system. This is complex, flexible, and expensive. This can do, once you use this contouring, once we use this type of tool motion control, once we adopt this system, the tool can move PPT and as well as straight cut operations also. That means once we implement this type of tool motion control, we can also move the tool in PPT and as straight cut. So it can control more than one axis movement of the mission tool. That means basically, if it is an NC mission tool, or once we implement this contouring, every NC system is having the different axis, multi-axis. Those axes are going to move or rotate with different speed. That is the feature of the NC system, which is going to implement contouring tool motion control. Each axis is having different speed, so that once we implement this type of contouring tool motion control system, we have to adapt this tool motion. The path of the cutter is continuously controlled. In the case of controlling, that means the coordinates of the path is going to vary continuously from point to point. That is the feature of the contouring, so that this tool can move in a controlled way, in a controlled path, in a controlled speed and in a controlled feed. As the coordinates of the tool is going to vary from point to point, so that the curved path and the contours can also be missioned using this type of tool motion control. To mission a curved path in NC system, feed rate needs to be changed continuously. Just the moment if the tool is making a turn, the feed of that tool must be varied for accurate machining. Then this type of contouring is basically used in turning and milling operations. This is achieved because whenever the tool is moving in a curved path, this can be achieved by assuming the straight line but the straight line can be assumed as short length segments. By discretizing the curved path, we can move the tool in a curved path. Let me move on to the figure. We have a figure here on which we are creating one depression. This depression consists all the movements, like initially the tool is moving straight cut, then you have a circular path. The tool is following a straight line first, then it is following a circular path, then you have a straight line, then you have a curve. All these are involved in this type of machining. You can observe all the motions in contouring tool motion control. Initially the tool is moving in a straight cut mode, then it is a circular mode, then you have a straight cut mode, then you have a curved path. So as you can observe here, initially the tool is at this location. The moment the tool comes to the on the surface of the plane, it will perform, or it is going to be operated in different modes, such as straight cut, then curve, as well as point to point modes also possible in the case of contouring. Let me move on to the other types of the control systems. The other one is the feedback control system. The feedback control system is also subsystem in any of the NC mission system, there are two types of NC feedback control systems. One is open loop NC system. The second one is closed loop NC system. In open loop system, the communication between the controller and the machine tool is one way. Whereas in the case of closed loop system, the communication between machine control unit as well as the machine unit or the machine tool unit is two way. That means in the case of open loop NC system, the signal or the control will be transferred from machine control unit to machine tool. That is only one way. But when it comes to the closed loop NC system, the information flows from MCU to machine tool and as well as from the machine tool to machine control unit. In both the ways, the information is going to flow in the case of closed loop NC system. In the case of open loop system, the information is only one directional flow. In open loop NC system, the programmed instructions or the programs are fed into the controller through the input device. The programmed instructions means commands, so which are converted as the signals, means in the form of electrical pulses, which in turn we can call it as electrical pulses, or we can call those as signals, by the controller and sent to the servo motor, servo amplifier, to energize the servo motors. This we can observe in a figure. You have an open loop NC system here. As you can observe, as I said just now, the program of instructions are converted as the electrical signals or the pulses. The electrical pulses or the signals are fed into the stepper motor. That means the stepper motor is going to sense, is going to read all the pulses or the signals received from the program of instructions. That means initially the program of instructions are converted as electrical signals, electrical pulses. Those pulses in turn we can call those as signals. This stepper motor is going to receive all those signals. According to these signals, the signals are program in the form of signals. As per the signals, the gear is going to rotate. In turn, this gear is going to operate the work table. As you can see that the information is flowing only one direction. If you find any error in the movement of the tool or in the movement of the work table, we cannot go back. That means if there is any error in the case of work table movement or in the case of tool movement, we cannot adjust the movements of the tool or movements of the work table. We need to proceed further with that error itself. We cannot correct the actual locations of the work table or the movement of the tool in this case. When you come to the closed loop system, so that this open loop system is generally used where you don't require much accuracy. So that this is not used where you want to produce high accurate components. This open loop system is generally used in point-to-point control systems. So where we don't require any accuracy or the accuracy is not the concern. Then where we have the performance, where the performance or the accuracy depends on the environments such as the load, temperature, humidity, and lubrication. So these factors totally will affect the performance or the accuracy of the working. So this open loop control is also doesn't have any control over the operating conditions. So this open loop is adapted to the missions where we don't require much accuracy. Then let us come to the closed loop NC system. This feedback system or subsystem, we are calling NC system as a NC as a system, so that we are calling this as a feedback subsystem. This subsystem is going to monitor the actual output, okay, and it is going to correct if there is any error from the programmed input. Here, the programmed input means a signal. Electrical pulses are the signals. Those signals are, I mean, if this comparator finds any, or if the table or the movement of the tool or the movement of the table, the actual movement of the tool or the actual movement of the table is having any error, in that case, this closed loop subsystem is going to send the feedback signal back to the comparator. The comparator is going to compare the actual value and the theoretical value. And if the comparator finds any difference or any error, the comparator is going to adjust that error. According to that, the signal will be generated, and that corrected signal will be sent to the stepper motor. According to that stepper motor, the movement of the tool and the movement of the table is adjusted. This is what the closed loop basic principle. It is having control. If there is any error in the movements of the tool or in the movement of the table, those error movements will be rectified in the case of closed loop NC system. This is the drawback of the open loop NC system. So that error will be rectified in the case of closed loop NC system. This is powerful and accurate because they are capable of monitoring all the conditions, monitoring all the operating conditions, like as I said with you, operating conditions like humidity, temperature, and the load also affects on the movements of the tool as well as the movements of the table. Definitely, temperature, humidity, and the load, working load, definitely depends on the accuracy. Accuracy will affect on the operating conditions. So this closed loop system is going to address or consider the monitoring operating conditions. I mean, this closed loop control system is also going to monitor the operating conditions. According to the conditions, the feedback signal will be adjusted, and according to that, the movement of the tool and the movement of the table will be adjusted to get the accurate movement. This can provide a very close resolution. That means this closed loop system can come close to the 0.0001 of an inch. That is the accuracy of the closed loop NC system. This system requires the motherboard to implement both positioning and velocity control. Once you implement this closed loop NC system, which can be used to control position as well as the velocity of the control. Positioning means we are talking about the position of the tool and the position of the table also. Position means with respect to the position means for the table and as well as the tool and the work table. But the velocity of the spindle is also will be taken into consideration. The velocity of the spindle or the peripheral velocity of the spindle will also be adjusted according to the type of material in the case of closed loop NC system. This is also one of the very good feature of the closed loop NC system. Not only the displacement, in turn, this closed loop NC system is also going to adjust the velocity of the spindle. Example, the velocity of the spindle. That means once you use this closed loop NC system, the velocity of the spindle can be adjusted with respect to the programmable input. This makes the simple system complex so that it will be more expensive. This closed loop NC system is some extent complex because it involves all the sensors to read the position of the table, to read the position of the tool, to read the spindle speed and peripheral velocity of the speed. It involves the number of sensors. So to control all those sensors, it is more complex in its nature. This type of control system is more complex in its nature, and also it is more expensive. This closed loop NC system is used where we require more accuracy, where we desire more accuracy. Let me move on to the further. Let us see all those, all the explanation using the closed loop control of NC system with a figure. Now you can see you have a comparator here. The function of the comparator is to convert the programmable input as electrical pulses. Of course, this comparator is also going to compare is going to compare the feedback signal. We will discuss the feedback signal in the coming slides. Then this is going to compare the feedback signal and the programmable input. If there is any difference, it will process the data, it will process the signal to get the zero error. If we get the feedback signal, the difference between the feedback signal and the input signal is zero. That means the comparator is not going to adjust the input signal. If the comparator finds any difference in the feedback signal as well as the input signal, that means there is no error. In that case, the comparator is not going to process the input signal. It sends the input signal as it is to the digital to analog converter. So you have a device here. The function of this device is to convert digital to analog. The analog signal will be received by the DC servo motor, which in turn gives the physical motions to the gearbox, and this gearbox is going to convert and gives us the mechanical work, and this gearbox is going to provide the movement to the table. If the table is not moved to the desired location according to the input signal, here you have a position sensor. This position sensor is going to read the position of the table according to the input signal. If the table movement is not according to the input signal, this position sensor is going to read the position and sends the feedback signal or the error signal, and the input signal and error signal is processed, and it compares and processes the signal and sends the same signal to the digital to analog converter. In turn, this analog signal will be sent to the DC motor, then to the gearbox, and in turn this gearbox is going to give us the mechanical work. In turn, this gearbox is going to control the work table. This is what the working principle of the closed loop NC system. Let me move on to the applications of NC system. This NC system is used in milling machines, drilling related process, boring, turning, grinding, and sawing operation. In all these machines, this NC system is used. Then when it comes to the other applications, these NC systems are used for press working machine tools, welding machines. And then it can also be used for the automatic drafting, assembly machines, tube bending machines can also implement this NC system, flame cutting, plasma arc cutting, laser beam. These are all the advanced machining process. In almost all these advanced machining process, you can use NC system, as well as the conventional machining process. Milling, drilling, boring, turning, grinding, sawing, and all these are the conventional machining process. Along with this traditional machining process or the conventional machining process, this NC system can also be used in advanced machining process, advanced applications such as the welding machines, inspection machines, automatic drafting, automatic assembly machines, and all these flame cutting, plasma arc cutting, and these are the advanced applications of the NC system. When it comes to the advantages and limitations of the NC machining, it gives us accuracy, and we can repeat the same program. Once we prepare a program that can be repeated any number of times, that is also one flexibility. Once we prepare a punch tape or a tape punched card or a tape, we can reuse that until to spoil that tape, until to spoil that card. So the accuracy is good, and we can reduce the scrap. This is also one advantage. Then the production rate increases, the quality increases, accuracy and quality is closely related. Then when the other advantage is tooling cost reduces, the machine adjustments are easy. in one setup, you can do more number of operations. In the case of NC machining, lead time reduces, inventory reduces. It can accommodate, you can quickly meet the design changes. That means in the market, if the customer wants to modify the design of the product, so you can meet the design, you can change the design of the component very easily in the case of NC machining. Then rapidly you can modify the program, right? You can quickly modify the program. Then you can recall the program any number of times, so that this reduces the paperwork. So reusability is more, so that the paperwork reduces automatically. Then prototype, faster prototype production means once we, before moving to the actual production, prototype will be prepared, and that will be analyzed first. Before moving to the actual production, this prototype will be tested and analyzed before moving to the actual production. So this is faster in the case of NC machining. When you compare with the traditional machining process, prototype can be prepared or manufactured in a faster way. It can be tested and analyzed quickly before moving to the actual production, so that we can move production very quickly than the traditional machining process. Less skilled operator and multitasking operators are possible. So less skilled operator can operate the machines. Once we feed the program into the machine, a less skilled operator can operate the machine, because everything will be performed and taken care by the NC machine. So except the loading and unloading takes place manually. If it is semi-automatic machine, loading and unloading of the stock will takes place by the operator, and everything will be automatic. The machining process is automatic. Loading and unloading takes place manually, so that less skilled operator can operate NC machines once we feed the program. So the machine will perform all the operations except the loading and unloading of the workpiece if it is a semi-automatic machine. If it is an automatic NC machine, the loading and unloading will also takes place automatically. No human intervention is required if it is fully automatic. That is the basic difference between automatic machine and semi-automatic machine. In NC machining, fixturing, usage of fixturing is also reduces. This is also one advantage. Let me move on to the limitations of NC machining. There are some limitations along with the advantages. The limitation is part programming can have mistakes. If program is having some mistakes, that will reflect on the manufacturing. That will reflect on the accuracy of the workpiece. Once we start machining process, we don't have control over the speed and feed. Once we feed the program, so the machine will run as per the specified values and as per the specified speed and feed. We cannot have control over the speed and feed once we start machine. That is the limitation of the NC machine. During the machining process, we cannot control the speed and feed. That is what the major disadvantage of the NC machining. Then it is having fragileness and delicateness of the tape. So if we go on use the tape, or if we go on use the punched card, after certain time, after the usage, if we go on use repeatedly, definitely due to the delicateness, so that is the tape is going to spoil. That is also one disadvantage. Breakdown problems due to faults in tape reader. Of course, if you read a wrong program or a faulty program, if you write and feed the faulty program, breakdown may also occur due to the faulty programs. Then hardwired control unit in which the program instructions, then features can't be altered easily. If it is a software, means if you have a computer, if there is any error, easily you can adjust the program. You can go to the program place line, you can adjust, you can alter the program easily if it is a software. If it is a hardware controlling unit, it is somewhat difficult to alter the program. Just you can compare the hardwired and softwired. Softwares, if it is a computer-assisted mission, the program is in the form of soft copy. You can alter the program very easily. But whereas if the program is in the form of tape reader or punched card, the punched card is going to become waste if there is any error. Then it comes to the management information. That means the uh, operation schedules and the operation maintenance details of the machine will not be sent to the management. This is also one disadvantage of the limitation of the NC machining. Relatively high cost. The equipment of the NC machining is costly. Of course, this is one-time investment. Uh, Mostly this NC machining is not suitable for the mass volume of production. That is also one disadvantage of the NC machining, where you want high accuracy product, where you want high quality product, and in a limited scale. If you want to produce the components in limited scale, you can use NC machining. But for the mass production, where you don't have much accuracy, where you don't require much accuracy, in that case, you are not going to use this NC machining. Then we need for the part program. Part programming is required. That means we require the programmers. We need to recruit the programmers to write the program. That is also a costly affair. That is also the limitation of the NC machining. Special maintenance is also required, like the traditional missions. Now we have discussed the numerical control mission, its classification, its control systems, feedback control systems, positioning control systems, its advantages, limitations, its applications. As of now, we have seen. But those particularly, those contents are related to the numerical control mission. That means it is a hardwired one, or everything is a hard controlled, hardware based. But we are not integrated numerical control mission as of now with a computer or the soft computing mission. We're not prepared any soft program. We are prepared a program, but that is written, that is coded. That program is coded and written in the form of hard copy, that is a punched card. But when you prepare a soft program or a program prepared on the computer, then it is a soft program. But now, in the case of computer numerical control machining, a numerical control machine is connected to the computer, in which we are prepared a program, in which we can feed the program. Soft copy of the program can be fed in the computer. That means the control of the numerical machine will be with the help of a computer. The program will be fed into the computer according to that instructions. According to that program, we will machine the tool. We will get the movements of the tool and as well as the movement of the table. Basically, CNC is a machining which uses the discrete numerical values which fed into the machine, where the required input technical information is stored, just like the CD drive, DVD drive, USB flash drive, RAM, etc. The discrete numerical values are fed into the machine, where we are storing the input information such as the hard disk, floppy disk, CD-ROM, DVD, USB flash drive. The CNC machine follows the predetermined sequence of machining operation at the predetermined speeds. We have a computer in which we are going to store the program using a floppy drive, hard drive, any of the storage medium. That program will be converted as the electrical pulse or the signal, and again that will be sent to the digital to analog converter, DAC. Then that analog signal will be sent to the stepper motor. Then that stepper motor will be connected to the gate drive. In turn, we will get the mechanical work to move the table or to rotate the spindle or the tool. This is what the sequence of operations that we have seen in the case of control systems, feedback control systems. Similarly, the same steps will be present in the computer numerical control machining system, just like NC machining system. In this case, we have a computer to control the movements of the tool where we are feeding the program. The devices after the program preparation are the same. Then ANSI system receives the uh, program. Right? CNC machining system receives the program and interprets the data, then controls the motion according to the instructions of the program in the computer. This NC machining system is going to receive the program and convert that program into the mechanical movements of the table as well as the spindle movement or the tool movement as per the instructions received from the computer. In this case, the tool and as well as the table is going to follow the instructions of the computer where we fed the instructions. So let us see all this with the help of a diagram. So this you can see in this diagram. As you can see, you have a manuscript here. We are already discussed a manuscript. Manuscript is a script where we will document the program. So that program will be in the case of numerical control mission, the steps involved, the skeleton of the program will be written in a document. That document is called a manuscript of the program. That manuscript, the skeleton of the program, will be documented in the computer. The actual program will be written into the computer to perform the operations on the component or for the machining. So that program is more flexible to edit, whereas in the case of numerical control mission, according to the manuscript steps, we punch the tape, we prepare the punched card or a tape. Once we have any error, once you make any mistake on the punched card, again we need to prepare one more punched card. That is the disadvantage of the punched card or a tape. So in the case of the computer, if you find any error in the program, you can go to that location, you can modify and you can correct the program. That is the flexibility of the computer. You can alter the program if you find any error as per the manuscript written before writing the program, before writing the actual program. This is the advantage of the computer numerical control machine. So that this is also the advantage of the computer. So you can easily modify the program if you find any error as per the manuscript. This is the advantage. Even you can reuse that program any number of times. Suppose in the case of the numerical control machine, conventional numerical control machine, NC machine, there is a probability of the punched card may fail because of its reusability. It may spoil because of its reusability. A number of times we cannot use the punched card. That is the disadvantage of the punched card. After using so many times, so that card can spoil. That punched card or a tape can spoil. Because of that reason, so we are, a computer numerical control, the computer is integrated with the numerical control machine, so that this is evolved this is called as a computer numerical control machine. The difference between numerical control machine and computer numerical control is that in the case of numerical control, we are going to use the punched card. The program is going to fed on the computer, fed on the punched card or the tape. Whereas in the case of computer numerical control, the program will be written in the computer. The program will be fed in the computer using the input devices like CD drives, flash drives, USB flash drives, or DVDs. You can input the program. You can write the program in the computer, and you can send that program you can integrate that program to the comparator or a digital to analog converter to transform the program into the mechanical work. In turn, that analog to digital to analog converter is again connected to the stepper motor to receive that signal, and that is going to transform into the mechanical work to give the mechanical work to the table and as well as the tool. This is the basic step involved in the computer numerical control system. So this manuscript will be written as per the part description. Then the manuscript, according to the manuscript of the program, the outline of the program, the actual program will be written in the computer. So the actual program is again this computer where we are stored the actual program, where we are written the actual program, that will be connected to the machine control unit, where you have the different devices, as I said just now. In the case of the closed loop or open control system, all those will be active in this stage or in this location. A machine control unit is going to send the machine readable form signals to the NC machine, where actual work will be performed. You can observe here, this is actually the NC machine, and it consists of all the drives to receive the signal and to convert the signal into the machine readable form, and also to convert the signals into the mechanical work. This is what everything happens in this case, and finally we will get the finished component at this location. So you have a tool changer here. Automatically, if it is a computer numerical control machine, we have a tool changer. Automatically, after completing one task, the tool changer, ATC tool changer, is going to gives us the required tool, and automatically from the tool changer, the required tool can be fed into the CNC machine to perform the next operation. This is what happens in the case of computer numerical control machine. We will see in detail regarding this computer numerical control machining in the next session. As I said just now, in the next session we will see the CNC machining classification. We will see black diagram of CNC machining, basic components. We will discuss in detail in the next class. We will see the functions of each component in the CNC system. We will also discuss the features, advantages, disadvantages, applications in the next session. Thank you. Thank you.